So today we're going to work on another strategy. Go ahead and just turn to the next blank page. There's not going to be a title right now. We're going to think about this problem to look at our new math strategy. So this problem reads, Mr. Green wanted to plant a carrot garden. He bought 249 carrot seeds on the first day. Then he bought 386 more carrot seeds the next day. Before he plants them, Mr. Green must figure out exactly how many carrot seeds he purchased. What would be a reasonable sum? So we have that word reasonable. We've talked about that word reasonable.
I had to rewatch two.
What does that word reasonable mean? You've heard that word a couple of times. If you're not sure, I know we wrote it in our notebook. You can go back and look. What does that word reasonable mean? I love that I see Connor's looking back, and Lydia's looking back. Maverick, what is reasonable? Not regroup. Nope. Jordan? It means, does this make sense? This is like an
Total
estimate.
addition.
So I want you to write reasonable at the top of your page. It's right here. And then you can write next to that estimate. We spent a lot of time looking at some strategies to estimate. If we're just trying to figure out a reasonable answer, that's just a close to answer. You don't really need the exact answer yet. So we're writing that word reasonable, and then we're writing estimate or estimate. On the first day, he bought some carrot seeds. All right, how many carrot seeds did he buy?
He bought 249.
I'm going to draw a box, and inside that box is going to be 249. Doesn't have to be a big box.
249.
He bought some more carrot seeds on the next day. So I'm going to draw another box right next to the first box, because this is like one day and then the next day. How many did he buy the second day? Bowen?
Are we going to round this?
We are not. Well, kind of.
Can we round the tens?
Give me 1 second to catch up to your thoughts. Can you tell me how many we have first? How many did he buy on the second day?
Oh, 386.
386. I'm going to write that in the second box. I'm going to draw another box that is all the way across. That bottom box represents my total.
Where to find out what 249
So it's just like I put 249 and 386 in there. What math operation would I use to solve this? What math operation, Marley?
249 plus 386.
Yeah, I'm going to use addition. Go ahead and write 249 plus 386. Now, exactly what Bowen was saying, he noticed, hey, do I need to figure this out exactly? No. I'm looking for like a close to answer. Bowen, can you give me a close to, maybe benchmark number to 249? Because 249 is not super friendly for me.
It would be 200.
Sure, 200, that'll work. What about 386? Can you give me a friendly number for 386? Because 386 is not super friendly right now.
That would be
Emma?
380.
Maybe 380? That'll work. Could you pick something else?
Yes.
It just has to be a friendly benchmark number. If I'm adding 200 plus 380, what's going to be my sum? What's going to be my sum? 200 plus 380. Cole?
580.
580. So an estimate or a reasonable sum is 580. Is that the exact answer?
No.
No. If I look, ooh, don't talk while I'm talking, please. if I look at my estimate, so Bowen said 249 to 200. We went pretty low, right? We skipped 49 numbers. And then we went to 386 and we went low again. So do you think 580 is going to be lower or higher than our exact number?
Lower.
It's going to be in the 600. It's going to be lower because we estimated lower. Now, if he actually solved this problem, we're going to take a look at his work. We're going to see maybe what did he do. So here's our same problem, and this was his strategy. I want you to take a second and just look at his strategy and see if we can figure out what's going on. What are we noticing in his strategy?
Oh, come on.
Hi, what are you noticing? Not everything has a 0. I still see 249 and 386. Addison, what are you noticing? Brogan, no thank you. Brogan, no thank you. You're coloring. Uh-huh. So I love that, Addison. I'm going to say what Addison did again. Make sure you understand what she's saying because it's brilliant. Addison noticed, hey, he took his number and he just kind of separated it by place value. Pretty similar to what we did yesterday or 2 days ago. We did our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Did the same thing. Then he added up just the hundreds, just the tens, and just the ones. Then he added them all together to get our total.
That's what we did. When we were doing that paper, when I had a few 11s too, so I added that 100. Oh, and
Great, so this strategy is a very popular strategy. Raise your hand if you've seen this strategy before. Maybe you've used it, maybe you've seen it on iReady, maybe you've seen it in 2nd grade.
it was on my choice board, and I read it.
Nice. So this strategy has a specific name. It's called expanded form. Go ahead and turn to the next blank page. Your title is going to be expanded form. Right on the back, please, Marley. Right on the back, please. That way we're using all the pages. Expanded form. Is when you show the values for each place. We're writing, Marley. So that means that if I'm looking at the tens place, I'm going to write the value. I know. I'm going to write the value of what that digit means. If I'm looking in the hundreds place, I'm going to write the value of what that digit means. We're breaking it up into ones, tens, and hundreds. You probably remember doing this in 2nd grade. You probably remember doing some of this when we were talking about hundreds, tens, and ones. So just to do a quick review, let's practice expanding. Let's write the number 287. If I were to write that out in expanded form, I've got 3 places. Ones, tens, hundreds. Those are my 3 places. I might start with my hundreds. What does that digit really mean? What's that worth? What's that value? Because it doesn't just mean 2. Maverick? It's worth 200, so I'm going to write that out. Plus, all right, my next place is my 10. What is that place worth? It says 8, but I know it's not really worth 8.
It's worth
All right. 80, very good.
We did this one.
And then my third place.
7.
Allie?
It's just 7.
It is just 7. Would this be wrong? You don't have to write what I'm writing in red. Would this be wrong if I wrote 80 plus 200 plus 7? Would that be wrong?
No.
No. It's just a little more confusing because of the commutative property. Yes, ma'am. Well done.
If we took one of the zeros away, it would be 800.
Nope, that's not what we're doing. So I can put it in any order, but usually people put it in hundreds, tens, and ones to make it make more sense. But you could put it in any order. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Easy peasy?
Yeah.
All right, let's try 935. Go ahead and write that number in expanded form in your notebook. All right, who can tell me the expanded form expression? That's what it's called. It's called an expression. Go for it, Paxton. 900. Beautiful. Give me a me too signal if you got that. All right, we'll do one more.
3,000. What?
Think about it. You got it. It's just something you haven't seen before, but you can do it. Think about it.
It's easy, guys.
Those announcements aren't helpful. Callie, what'd you get?
I got 3,000.
3,000.
400.
We need an operation in there.
Oh, plus
Mhm.
400
Mhm.
plus 20 plus 1.
Awesome. Give me a me too signal if you got that. Awesome. When we are adding, we're going to expand those numbers out and then add the like units. So similar to what we did 2 days ago, we're going to add the ones together because they're ones. We're going to add the tens together because they're tens. We're going to add the hundreds together because they're hundreds. Let's go ahead and write this equation, 653 plus 343. Once you write that equation, we're going to rewrite it in expanded, form. So I'm going to write 600 plus 50 plus 3. One thing that is helpful when you're solving with expanded form, it's sometimes easier if you stack them and line up the like values. So I'm going to line up my ones right on top of each other. I'm going to line up my tens right on top of each other. So now I'm going to expand the next number. You see how I lined up my hundreds on top of each other, my tens on top of each other? Just makes it a little easier, a little more organized for me. This line right here that you sometimes see, that right there, that's an equal bar. It's just like if I wrote the equal sign. It's just it's called an equal bar.
I use those
Just
a
make
lot.
sure we know what that
I
is.
use those a lot in first grade
Awesome.
and sixth grade.
Love it. Let's start with our ones. 3 plus 3. What is 3 plus 3? Not a trick question. Archer? 6. Archer, do I need to regroup? I do not need to regroup because 6 will fit in the ones place. I don't need any extras. Let's look at my tens. I've got 50 plus 40. What is 50 plus 40? 50 plus 40, what we got? Avery, what you got? 90. Did I need to regroup? No. Now I've got my 100, 600 plus 300. Marley? 900. Now when I solve this problem, it's still in expanded form. So I gotta do a little bit of work to get it back in what's called standard form. Make it look like what we know a number will look like. What is that number turned back into standard form?
190.
Connor?
996.
Beautiful. Are there questions about how I got there? Nope. You have questions? Okay. Alright, we're going to do one more. Go ahead and write that equation down, please.
We have to write it that way.
Yes, that's why I wrote it that way. Alright, this looks a little crazy. Remember that equal sign is a balance. So just like on this last equation, we were saying that this is worth the same amount as this. That's true on this side. We just wrote it in a different way. This value is worth the same as this value. You know how to do that. Let's put it in expanded form. Colby, you think you can put the first number in expanded form? 452. Can you tell me what to write? 400. Beautiful. 400 plus 50 plus 2. Penelope, do you think you can do my second number? Go for it.
300 plus 70 plus.
Awesome. Then my equal bar. I'm gonna start with my ones. 2 ones plus 1 1, Brogan. 3. Would I need to regroup?
No.
No, that'll fit there. Alright, I'm moving on to my tens. I've got 50 plus 70. Alright?
You have 12 tens, but you can't make 12 tens, so you'll have to take some away and add them to the hundreds, which you should probably put 800 to 300 because 400 plus 400. 800.
Alright, so I'm going to repeat what Arik just said, just so everyone can hear. Arik said 50 plus 70, that gives us 120. He said 12 tens, but 12 tens and 120 are the same. You have 2 ways to do this. Cole, turn that notebook over. I can, when I'm doing it with this strategy, I can just write 120 because it's just an expanded form. You can do that. But if you're doing this and you're like, wait, I know that I can make 100 because I just did. You can regroup that. So I'm going to take my 100 away from my tens and I'm going to put it in my hundreds because I know it's going to go there. Either way will work. Art gave us another good addition strategy. He's using his doubles. He said, you know what? I'm going to put that 100 with my 300, so then I just have 400 doubles. Love that. All right, we'll let it, because we're still kind of, we're like in our good range, but we'll see if it'll start leveling out. If not, we'll go 100. Thanks. All right, so Art, what did we get to when we did our hundreds that way?
We got to
800, beautiful. Paxton, do you think you can take that expanded form number and turn it back into standard form? Go for it. 823.
You're right. I just did it and did it.